receive, Lord. I pray that you bless and sanctify and nourishment of my body. Thank you for this stream, Father God. I pray that you will bless this stream. I pray that everybody who joins has an open mind to truly discuss the the current temperature of the political backgrounds that we facing here in America, that they facing in Iran, that they facing in Israel. And I pray that you just have your way on this stream, Father. In your son Jesus' name. Amen. I know ain't nobody gonna click on this stream, but I'm gonna eat my Costco pizza and talk. It's crazy, man. I posted a video about how Trump truly is standing on business by bombing terroristic organizations' missile silos. Motherfuckers want to go crazy. Oh, they didn't bomb Israel? Oh, do you know how bad Israel is? First off, dumbass, Israel and Iran been going back and forth for months, years, not millennium. They never gonna stop. They're never gonna stop. Israel and Iran will never stop attacking each other. And guess what? We just so happen to be on the side of Israel, bro. Can't be mad. That's not Trump's fault. Not even Joe Biden's fault. This is just what we do. We support people. These are our allies. Israel is our allies, bro. So we not finna stand around and just let Iran continuously bomb them back and forth, back and forth. And think it's finna be straight, bro. Nah. It don't really matter what the fuck Israel done did. I know some people feel the way they feel about how Israel has acted in the past. Yes, they have committed atrocities, just like every other country has committed atrocities, and that don't make it right. But the current environment we in right now, we allied with Israel, bro. So it made complete and total sense to send a message to Iran, bro. These are motherfuckers who they don't give a damn about they don't give a damn about their own people, bro. We know what a terrorist is. We see plenty of them in the United States, anyways. People will come in here, shoot up goddamn schools and all this other bullshit. It's only one objective to handle some shit like that. That's a terrorist. Mentally ill, whatever they got going on, they're a terrorist. You gotta solve that threat. Ain't nothing else to talk about. Gotta get them up out of here, bro. And really, I like having political debates. I have with my pops all the time. I have political debates with my pops all the time because he is a hardcore left. He don't fuck with Trump at all. My dad, I don't want to say he hate Trump, bro, but my dad do not fuck with Trump, and he really don't fuck with Republicans. But as I got older, I just started to realize the shit that the right be doing versus the left, bro. Honestly, Pop, it look out for you more. It look out for me more. And I'm a black man saying this shit. A black man in America. And as racist as Donald Trump might be in his private time, the Republican Party is not about to goddamn. They're not going for the bullshit, bro. And I just feel safer as an American. I don't give a fuck if they doing still a draft. It's just going to be highly unlikely. And all the motherfuckers talk about war and all this other bullshit, bro. We got so many. We got so many personnel. Why would we need a draft? And one of the only people we really fight. I mean, there are organizations, terroristic organizations all around the world that are funded by like Iran and different shit. And of course, we got shit going on with Russia. But the odds of some shit like a bomb in Iran resulting in a world war, bro, y'all must be out y'all fucking mind, bro. Ain't nobody coming to support Iran like that. I don't give a fuck how many nukes they give out to Syria and Yemen and Iraq, all this other shit. How you doing? Omar, there's no possible way that what Trump did yesterday will result in anything more. I will say it will probably result in more conflict between Israel and Iran, but the odds of it escalating any further, it's just not likely, bro. It's a lot of people coming in. I hope y'all doing well. It's just I just see so many people stepping on Trump neck about the shit, bro. But they didn't step on Obama neck. They didn't step on Joe Biden neck. Cause these same folk, bro. Obama was signing shit. He signed a deal that literally it was supposed to broker a deal of peace between the United States and Iran to where we'll give you money to support your nation and do what you need to do. But they are literally taking the money and they're making nukes. they're they're over there making nukes, bro. They've been doing it for 10, 15 years, bro. So now it comes to a point where the money that we've been giving them, they're using to attack our own allies, right? The money that we have given you, billions of dollars that we continuously give you, we give them money not just for that. We give them money to negotiate, to retrieve hostages, which I mean, I guess that's understandable. But what do you think a terrorist is gonna do when they realize that they can get money from you if they just kidnap somebody? If they could get if I could get $1 billion for kidnapping you right now, and nothing is gonna happen, no repercussions. What do you think I'll do next week? I'm gonna take somebody else, right? So we keep giving these folk money. They keep sending it to this organization here and this organization there, and this and like, what do we think is gonna happen, bro? And then y'all get mad because the man skipped Congress, bro. Fuck a Congress. And I know that may sound crazy, that may sound aristocratic, or even it may sound a little bit it just may sound extreme, but that's the same shit Obama was doing, bro. That's the same. Joe Biden, not as much. I will say that about Joe Biden. But how many unsanctioned drone attacks did Obama have while he was in office? Let's really talk about it, bro. That man killed almost thousands of people in Syria, innocent people, not terrorists, trying to go kill terrorists. These drones that were supposedly so accurate and they were supposed to get the job done clean, bro. They killed hundreds of civilians, bro. Hundreds of civilians. And then let's add on to the death toll. The money that we give terroristic organizations, what you think they're doing with it? They using car bombs or suicide bombers or some crazy shit. And now they got nukes. Come on, man. I swear to God. So let me ask you this. And I really want to know, man, what the fuck do people think would have happened if Kamala would have been in office and this shit happened? What the hell would have happened if Kamala Harris was in office during this time of nuclear attacks back and forth? They're small yield, yeah, but at the end of the day, this shit was gonna continue no matter who was in office in 2024, who got in office. I think that was the last election. They were going to continue to attack each other, Iran and Israel. So no matter if it was Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Donald Trump in office, we were going to have to step in. Joe Biden wanted to step in, but he was scared. He was sending money to Ukraine. He was sending money to Israel to defend themselves, right? Kamala Harris, she's even more weaponized or extreme than Joe Biden was. You think she's just gonna stand back and send money as they continue to kill civilians and grab hostages? No, nigga. Eventually, she going in too. She's going in too, and the proof is in the pudding, bro. If Barack Obama was willing to do it back in like 2014, 2015, he's sending drones to Syria without Congress. You really think Kamala Harris was just gonna sit back and just be like, "Oh man, fuck it, we just send them some bread, fuck it." And honestly, what the hell good is that gonna do, bro? We just keep sending money to we send money to our allies every time they get hit by a goddamn bomb. Here's more military so the terrorists can come back in and blow that shit up too and hurt our people. Man, come on, bro. Garage girls, how are you doing? I don't mean to just be getting on here and ranting about this shit, bro, but I just be seeing so much propaganda and I see people who really lost, bro. They be thinking like, I don't know, they must think Iran is fucking perfect. And it's not just Iran, bro. I actually love Iran. Beautiful people, beautiful structure. They are being not necessarily, they're being terrorized by these groups. There are groups specifically in Iran that are terroristic groups. They've been deemed so by Barack Obama, President Trump, Joe Biden, a couple of administrations, probably even Bush. I didn't look that far back, but like, come on, bro, that's 12 years right there. If 12 years of presidency says, yo, there are terroristic groups. I'm sorry, just a farm kid. What's going on, bro? We've had 3 presidents to sit here and say, yeah, the IC, damn, I can't remember the name of the group, but it's a Iranian group where they literally, bro, they sending weapons. They sending weapons, like I said, Syria, Yemen, all across different 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different nations. Probably not 10. Probably about 6 or 7 countries. It's terroristic groups from Iran that are just sending them out. And we are giving them money. So it's like, bro. So you really think 3 presidencies of attack now of not only on US soil back in 2001, but also of our allies. Good to hear that. Just a farm kid. Oh, they're attacking our allies. All doing all this crazy shit, bro. You really think we could just like kind of let that slide, bro? It's just not possible. And even though Iran is gonna continue to try to attack Israel and stuff, what they're gonna see is eventually, bro, Trump was not playing. You may think this is causing everlasting effects and you'll never love us again. Fuck that shit. We said the same thing with Germany, right? And I know they probably feel some way, but it just comes a point where it's like we can't let the tyrant win, bro. And whoever got the biggest stick, they gonna swing first. I say if you, I know you can't leave Iran, bro, because it'd be tough to leave Iran. But if you could get the fuck out of Iran, I would leave, bro. They not giving you no freedoms over there like that. Them motherfuckers is saying you gonna serve this or serve that or you gonna die. And it's a tough ass life. So all the people, who may be thinking it's crazy, bro, it's not easy for them over there. Them folks is going through it, bro. Can you imagine if you live in America, every time you walk in the street, you gotta worry about. Matter of fact, you can imagine if you live in Chicago or Atlanta, these gangs, bro, they just like terrorist groups. And I'm not gonna get too far off on it, but that's kind of similar to what they be dealing with, bro. Like it's it's too much bullshit that happens. So if Iran, they want to continue, like I said, to go back and forth with Israel, we're gonna shut the shit down and we're gonna show them how big the stick is. It's gonna get swung. So, hey, man, I'm not gonna lie, I support it. I'm not. And somebody asked me earlier, "Oh, would you go over there and fight?" You fucking right, I would. You know why? My mom and my dad live here. My girlfriend, my friends live here, bro. If I got called up to go into the military right now, you fucking right, bro. And I'm gonna go goddamn John Wick. I'm gonna go all the way fucking equalizer up in that bitch. I'm not no specially trained nothing, but I tell you one thing: if I go, I'm coming home. I'm gonna be a ruthless motherfucker. I'm not gonna be, and I'm gonna fight for the free will of the world if it ever came down to it. That's why I'm not afraid of no draft, no wartime, none of that other bullshit, bro. Like that don't do nothing but give motherfuckers a sense of urgency. That's what happened when we did this shit 50, 60, 70 years ago. That makes you take pride in your country because you know at any point in time you have to fight for this shit. They doing the same thing in these other countries. Israel, Iran, Russia. You don't have a choice. When it's time, you get ready. Most of them, bro, they got a fucking China. Like you gotta serve time in the military. We just got it so greasy over here. It's like, oh, we be thinking everything gonna be peaches and roses. Nah, that's not how it go, bro. Somebody got to defend your honor out here. And you know, I'm not one to choose the military, but if the military chose me, I'm not scared, bro. I'm not backing down from that shit. I laid out my life for the country, for sure. Not for this president. I laid out my life for God first. If he made a way for that shit to happen, though, it's a reason for I'm supposed to be over there, bro. I gotta show the world kindness. I gotta show the world love. That shit come from Jesus Christ, bro. If I ever step foot in Iran and I gotta serve and I'm dealing with terrorists, bro, of course I'm gonna defend myself, but I'm gonna show the world like you. It's love, bro. It's not no bully shit going on over here. That's not what the fuck. I mean, it is some bully shit going on, but you know, we this whole back and forth, bro. I think it just needs to be said that this shit was necessary. It's not like we was sitting here getting bombed or nothing at home, but all of our soldiers that are fighting for our country and for others' freedoms, they be getting attacked constantly. They be putting their lives on the line constantly, maimed, disfigured. They come home, lives never the same again because it's certain groups that feel entitled to be able to kill them for one reason or another. It's crazy, bro. And I mean, if you feel like okay, we're terrible for doing this, what happens if we back out? That doesn't make the rest of the world any better, bro. We seen that in the last presidency. If we just stop doing anything, any thoughts of end times stuff with Israel? Oh yeah, I'm big on that, bro. It's coming down to it. Like biblically, I don't want to get biblical on it too, cause I'm not gonna cap like I'm in my word a whole bunch, but it do line up. Like if you look at the conflict that goes on in the Middle East right now. Like I said, it never stopped. This shit has been going on for thousands of years. Let's just keep it 100. Um, Between the Muslims, um, and the fucking and the Jews, Israel, Iran, like that. It's never going to stop, bro. Uh, I think we are getting closer to a point where, honestly, I had a prediction. I know it's kind of wild. I honestly thought Trump was going to get assassinated. You see how many times that they shot at him during his campaign. But what I thought was going to happen was okay, bro. I mean, there's no way you're going to lose a campaign when you get shot at 3 times and survive all 3 of them. You're going to win that. So he won, as I thought. I voted for the man too. I'm not gonna cap, bro. Um, and what I thought was probably like a year or two in, he's gonna get assassinated, and we gonna damn my phone dying and shit. He gonna get assassinated, and then eventually we would get his vice president. I don't know if he the antichrist or not, bro, but just like the way it look, it don't look good. If it was time for prophecy to be fulfilled, everybody think it's now. It's now. I've heard that my whole entire life, like, cause no man knows the time or the place. She checked down nine prophecies coming of Messiah, destruction of the temple, and the final 7 years and times. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like a lot of that stuff is coming to fruition. And I mean, I'm not scared of nothing, but you could just see it. It's unraveling a little. I don't know if it's unraveling more now or if we're just getting a repeat of the past. Cause history repeats itself consistently, bro. Like this, like I said, this shit with Israel, it's not new. It's been going on for thousands of years. Temple being rebuilt, torn down, rebuilt. Like they go back and forth. So that adds to we really don't know the time or the place when it's gonna happen. But I do believe it is happening. Um, I think it's probably gonna happen before Elon Musk get all this Mars shit situated, because he talking about he trying to get us there in the next 5 or 10 years. That's not real. It's probably gonna take like maybe 40 or 50 realistically if we stay on track with fusion energy and quantum computing and AI. Those three elements are going to help us get to Mars extremely fast. But like I said, once again, that's kind of off topic. Even though Elon was a part of the president's, cabinet and all this shit, I thought that was somewhat nonsense. I wouldn't have a billionaire fucking tech. He not even a tech genius. He just a billionaire businessman who bought a good tech company on my cabinet. Because I don't know what you know. I mean, obviously he know business, and Trump respects business. Um, But yeah, man, you could just tell, like, I guarantee you right now, I know it's gonna get worse, but it doesn't change the fact that certain things just do need to happen, bro. Like, you cannot let, especially in today's day and age, you can't let somebody who intends to hurt others to gain power get more power and get more weapons. It don't make sense. And honestly, I don't know why this bill lasted. Uh, I can't even give y'all the name of the bill right now at the top of my head. But I don't know why the bill lasted through Trump's first presidency. That was allowing us to continue to fund Iran and give them money um, to be able to fund their own nuclear program since 2015. I don't know how it got. I mean, probably because it happened right before Trump came in office, so he couldn't do nothing about it. I don't believe that's possible. He probably could have vetoed the bill. But we've been sending them money for goddamn decades, bro. I don't know why we keep doing this shit. We did it with Contra. We did it with shit. All these terroristic groups in fucking Iran. Like, we fund wars, but we can't even fix all the shit that we got going on here at home. And it's crazy. And like I said, I know it's gonna get worse. I know it's gonna get worse. Eventually, I do feel like Iran is going. They're gonna probably try to hit Israel pretty hard here soon. And that's sad to say. Um, but I mean, that's war, and they've been at war, and now they just got the capabilities to have a greater war. And that right there, if they keep going at the rate that they're going, bro, they're gonna knock each other off the map. It's sad to see, and there's nothing I can do to stop it, or anybody else for that matter. I don't think, because this is, this decade's on. This is blood on blood violence right now. They got real animosity towards each other, and there's nothing that the U.S. can do. Europe, Ukraine, um, Russia could try to step in if they couldn't do anything, because they will continue to fight. They will continue to fight. Um, and I don't really know everything about what's been going on between Israel and Palestine as well. I'm not gonna cap. I wasn't up on all of that because a lot of that shit was happening like while I was in school and I was working my ass off. But I have nothing against either one of them, bro. I know nice Palestinians. I know nice Israelis. And I know y'all probably gonna look at me and y'all gonna be like, man, this nigga's stupid. How could you sit here and support one or the other? I'm not supporting one or the other. I support human beings, bro. It's good human beings in all parts of these conflicts. You know what I mean? But it just so happens to be government and certain groups that take it too far, and then they make it look like it's just it's one country against another, and it's not. The only time I really see one country against another, bro, like I said, is Israel and Iran. That's not going nowhere. It won't happen. So I mean, I guess this is the one where it's kind of one country against another, but like I said, man, I know Palestinians, I know Israelis, I know Iranians. I don't know nobody from Iraq, but I mean, these people, they be getting displaced, like I said, maimed, disfigured. They're hungry. They're coming seeking refuge because They keep going back and forth, bro. It will not stop. And the last thing you want is during a time of war for a group of terrorists, like I said, to have nukes. You want terrorists to have nukes, bro? It just was it could not stand, bro. Like even if you take out the attacks on Israel, they were at a point where nuclear weapons were developed. They can sense, or they literally were tracking the readings from these silos. Like they have nukes, bro, and they could have used them at any point in time. So just imagine, like the same. It's not the same group who did 9/11. It's not ISIS. It's it's essentially their sons and daughters, though, having the capacity to be able to use this firepower to further their agendas. Now, if that doesn't lead to a war, I really don't know what will. Um, and I feel like if we wouldn't have hit them, bro, let's be real. Let's see what happens if let's. I'm just going to. I'm going to. I guess give my opinion of what would have happened if we didn't nuke Iran or bomb Iran. I said nuke. My bad. Let's say we didn't bomb Iran, right? Sometimes I get my vocabulary mixed up. I know people be saying I'm stupid because of that, but you know, I apologize. Let's say we didn't bomb Iran, though. What happens? 10, excuse me, 5, 10 years. What does happen is the conflict between Iran and Israel continues to escalate. They continue to feed weapons of mass destruction. Now it's really weapons of mass destruction. Trump, or excuse me, Bush said that shit 25 years ago, 24 years ago. He said there are weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember what Bush said? They had weapons of mass destruction and he first sent all the troops over to like Iraq and Iran and we was getting into it with them and shit right after 9/11. Well, guess what? We there now. Everything he said is true now. They got that shit. And don't think that was all that they had, too. The little spots that we bombed, the 3 spots, that was that's small. That's small, bro. They got more and they're willing to use them. So just imagine if we did not bomb any of their missile silos yesterday, right? What do? Like I said, they go try to blow up Israel and probably will succeed. Who else neck are they gonna be stepping up? Like I said, they already giving weapons to Syria, Yemen, goddamn any other terroristic organization out there in another country. They probably gonna be funding them too. So they just keep up the shenanigans, keep taking innocent lives until one day they get bold enough to say, you know what, man, fuck it, man. We ain't never liked the U.S. anyways. Let's just go ahead and hit them. What we got to lose? We going to heaven anyways. That's what they thinking. That's the mindset, bro. That's the mindset. They always did us wrong, and we're not tolerating it anymore. But we're ending it right now. That's what they're thinking. So let's, like I said, maybe they thinking we gotta. If we don't bomb them, bro, what they think is we soft. That's the same shit that Putin thought about Joe Biden. He thought that he was soft, bro. You know why? Because he like, I can go over here to Ukraine and I can do what the fuck I want to do. And you can't stop me. And you know what Joe Biden said? You keep playing, we're going to show you. We're going to show you. And he just continuously sent money to Ukraine. Continuously. Continuously. Meanwhile, when we got a hurricane up in North Carolina, we cannot pay people to fix their own houses. They was giving out $750. People lost whole houses up in North Carolina, bruh. Do y'all remember that shit? Wasn't nobody talking about that, bruh. Wasn't nobody, but we was giving money to Ukraine, sponsoring this war. Check your knowledge. We attacked Iran, not Iraq. Man, whatever the fuck we attacking, we attacked it. You right. We went straight into Iran. Iran, Iraq, it doesn't Syria, it's all the same thing, bro. It's all the same thing. Wherever the terrorists were, that's where we went. But yes, yesterday, if you're talking about yesterday, I'm pretty sure I said we bombed Iran, so I apologize, fisherman. That is what I meant. We did bomb Iran. I don't know if I said Iraq, but I did mean Iran. And I actually appreciate you for checking my facts. I hope that more people in the chat are willing to do what Fisherman did. Let's make sure fact checking is right. So also, Fisherman, can you confirm that we've been funding, or since we fact checking, could you confirm or check me too? Because as far as I know, we've been funding Iran for over 10 years, bro. 10 years giving them money for their nuclear weapons. Is that correct or incorrect? And this is laws that have been put into place, or peace accords that were put into place by President Barack Obama. I didn't want to say his name and shit. I just wanted people to know based off the time period. But this was at the end of Obama's presidency, where we basically said, okay, we want peace. This is how we're going to achieve it. We need y'all to calm down, and we just going to continuously send y'all money. Keep sending them money. What do they do with the money, though, right? What do they do with any money we give them? Any terroristic organization? Like, it's not the whole country of Iran. That was a while back. That was a while back. Why are we still doing it though? That was 2015, right? When he signed that. And I apologize. I ain't got I could pull up um I could pull up the documentation. But like you basically just confirmed it. You basically just 2015. We're still sending the money. We continuously send them money. What do they do with the money, bro? They send it to fucking, like I said, Syria and Yemen, and they sent the money to the same places where Barack Obama was sending these. Okay, that's another point. Barack Obama had unsanctioned drone attacks in Syria, bro. They're bashing Trump because his bombing on Iran was unsanctioned. There were countless unsanctioned drone, and I know it's two different things. NKT since that is false. NKT since 1953. You're gonna have to elaborate, Mrs. Johnson. But I'd love to discuss it with you. Because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I know it's documentation showing, and I'm not just talking about, we've been funding Iran since 10 years ago. There was a new wave of funding that I worked directly in the command center at the Pentagon. Okay. So what's going on then? Assad was evil, bro. I know that for a fact. Al Assad was evil. Miss Johnson said she worked directly in the Pentagon. I don't know if you really the one we need to be talking to on here then. Let's have a discussion. So let me ask you this. Did Joe Biden not give billions of dollars to negotiate with terrorists in Iran in order to to bring home US hostages? No publicly notable claims of what you just claimed. I'm not even sure which part you're talking about. You're gonna have to be more specific. Cause I'm not disagreeing with you, but there are claims. I don't know what you're talking about. I could literally pull up the documentation. You're gonna make me go grab it right now and keep y'all on the line. I'm always up for a good debate. But damn, I need my charger, fool. My shit lit. Where do you get your lerf? Where do I get my facts? We negotiate, not support. Yeah, negotiation is support though. What do you think is going to happen if a terroristic organization gets $1 billion from kidnapping US citizens and then have no repercussions? What would you do if you went to the shoe store, right? And you told them people, look, I ain't got no bread, but I'll get y'all back tomorrow or some I'm not even going. Well, the logic in itself kind of break down itself. I don't want to make it simpler because we're talking about negotiating for U.S. lives. But clearly, bro, if you're giving money to terrorists to bring people home, and then they don't get any repercussions from it, bro. They have no repercussions for kidnapping U.S. soldiers, U.S. citizens. They do. Okay, you're right. You're right. I tell you what. For the sake of, I really do need to find my phone charger. I'm gonna. It's gonna pause this while I pull it up. But I'm gonna hop out and I'm gonna find the article real. Talk about why we haven't attacked North Korea. It is said that they're trying to develop nuclear weapons. You honestly think North Korea not next, bro? You honestly think they not next? The only reason they not next is because they fall in line. She right, bro? What is she right about? Matter of fact, hold on. She right, bro. Wouldn't explain. We never supported Iran. I told you that. I'm gonna keep y'all on the line for the. We never supported. Okay, 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 okay. I'm not even going to. I'm not gonna bash y'all or nothing because I need to get my phone charged. I just told y'all like 5 times. Barack Obama. So Trump gives them money to when he was president last time he was in office. That is one thing I will say, Jenkins. I don't know why the fuck he never. And let me. I he never decided to enact that bill while he was in office for his first term, but he didn't. But yes, since 2016, we have been supporting Iran, bro. No matter how they, and I know this lady, Miss Johnson, she works in the Pentagon. If anybody would know, it's her. Were you there during the Obama administration? How long have you been working for the Pentagon? I'm not doubting you or anything, but if anybody should know, you know that we sending money to Iran, and we have been for a long time, trying to broker peace. Literally trying to broker peace. Oh shit! You could resume a stream in this motherfucker. Now that's good shit. 26 years was the only time. That was a cool 1953. Apparently, you could resume a stream. And Miss Johnson, I'm glad that you are neutral on all sides. So when I shout out some of these, I know y'all not gonna get back on, but I had to hop off and shit because my phone died. But we gonna get back to it because Miss Johnson was saying we don't support Iran. We will not support Iran. And now I got the facts to show we supporting Iran. It's called the GCPOA. And that unfroze, I think they said, what was it? 100+ billion in assets, Iranian assets. And what we said was, y'all just can't make no nukes. Y'all can't make nukes, and y'all can have y'all assets back, right? And also, where did this money go to? This money went to the IRGC. That's an Iranian terrorist group. An Iranian, we unfroze 100 billion in assets for an Iranian terrorist group 10 years ago. If that's not supporting Iran, I don't know what is. And we didn't even put any sanctions on them to be able to make like ballistics or any type of weapons. They can make bombs. We just said y'all can't make nukes. Do you think they give a fuck what we say? And I don't mean to be like so brash, but people think that when we do the soft stuff, and what I mean by soft stuff, I mean kind of fold on just giving in to, whatever demands another group may have, so that we can maintain peace, right? That's just simply not the case, bro. Why would you think that they would listen to us if they weren't going to listen to us in the past? They don't care about diplomacy. Certain nations just don't care, bro. Like they're going to do what they want to do. We see the same stuff with Russia now. Like Putin gonna do what he wanna do. It's clear Iran is gonna do what they wanna do. And once again, it's GC, the GCPOA is what Obama signed that freed up 100 billion in assets to go directly towards, well, not directly towards, but mainly towards the the IRGC, GCPOA to the IRGC. The IRGC is the Islamic Revolution Guards Corps. Islamic Revolution Guard Corps. It's responsible for foreign terrorism and missile development, right? So we out here giving money to these terroristic groups, sending them this bread for not 10 years. They've had access to $100 billion for 10 years. That's support, bro. No matter which way that you look at it. And a lot of people, they panties in a tizzy because of this shit. Because you know, I'm not gonna say I'm neutral. I am neutral. I just don't like how people be going on Trump's head when really, bro, this shit is just a byproduct of what we've been doing here. Even I'm 26 years. That's what Miss Johnson said. Shahad was the only time. The cool 1953. Like we taking it all the way back. Y'all probably can't see this in the chat, bro. But and I know she's gone, but like we continuously support terroristic activities, and then when we get a president who step on their neck, they be tripping, bro. So it's just interesting. People, they trying to call me ignorant and shit. Come on, bro. Like the facts is the facts. We see what happened. We see what's happening. What's been happening for, like I said, 3 presidencies. We sending money to Iran. We're sending money. We're releasing assets. Let's not say we're sending money. I misspoke earlier. We're releasing money, which is basically sending them bread, to a terroristic group, not a whole country, terroristic group, in exchange for them not making nukes, bro. Like, how it's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And then, like I said, people on Trump's neck because he bombed their nuclear site. People act like they don't have nukes over there, bro. We tested uranium from Iran. Like, it was dangerously close to being weaponized like 2 years ago. The uranium rates that we were getting from Iranian nuclear sites 2 years ago were like 1.2% off from being weaponized, bro, to where they could actually do some damage. Of course, you could do some damage with it not being all the way there, but I think it was at like 87.5%. It's got to be at 90% for it to be weaponized. 3%, 3 percentile points from being dangerous enough that they could actually cause a strike with mass casualties, not just some ballistic missiles like some Iron Man shit or something like that. And I apologize for using a movie as a reference, but not only, like I said, did we allow them to make ballistic missiles 10 years ago and give them assets to be able to do so, we also let them go under the radar and make nukes with no consequences. If that's not support of their activities, there is no other support of their activities, bro. These people, they don't care. They're going to continue to go back and forth with Israel, like I said, and we involved in the conflict. You could tell that at the Pentagon, Miss Johnson. Like, that was before Trump. We've been supporting Israel for decades. So, like I said, this shit was inevitable. And man, I'm mad my phone died, so I couldn't get back to y'all and get y'all the facts, bro. But I don't know. like I said, I need to hop on here and we needed to set some shit straight because the facts is not looking like the facts right now. And people scared and they ignorant. They don't know what the fuck really going on. This lady says she worked for the Pentagon and she hopped on here earlier and she was saying, you know, where did I get my facts and stuff like that. I mean, it's pretty notable that Barack Obama signed the GCPOA and that unfroze 100 billion in assets. And apparently that's like I said, she said that wasn't support. We negotiate with them, but we don't support. It's not really one and they're not two in the same. Or they're one and the same, excuse me. If you willing to negotiate, and this is why, you know, Trump wasn't really or excuse me, Bush wasn't really on that shit like that. I mean, he did, you know, negotiate from time to time, but certain motherfuckers they not negotiating with terrorists, bro, because that is support. Uh, that's crazy, man. He said, hey.